I feel like I learned quite a bit from this week's reading about cultures and co cultures. One of the things that struck me as very interesting in the reading was when they talked about cultures being learned. I had never really given that much thought, but it makes so much sense that each of us were born into whatever culture we believe to be right or true. And so I think by having that kind of knowledge helps us become more empathetic to people who are doing things in other cultures that we don't really agree with. I think that if you realize that they were born into that, that they didn't really have a choice, they're just doing what they were raised to do, that it will help us just to love people more and be more understanding. Um, I feel like another thing that I read that could help me personally be a better communicator is just being open to new contacts. I tend to be pretty shy, and so I don't go out of my way necessarily to talk to people a lot. But because I'm opening my school, I'm really having to put myself out there and visit with people and talk to people out in the community and raising money and um, getting funds to start our school. So I think being able to just open myself up and visit with people will um, help me be a better communicator. Another thing is just learning about the different cultures that are in um, the community of Midland. I don't even know necessarily where to get that information, but I think that it's important to find out what types of different cultures are here and to learn about them and be able to be respectful of other people's cultures when I come in contact with them. Um, Another thing that I need to work on is being aware of any stereotypes that I may place on people. Um, I think that just to be real honest, like Montessori is very expensive, and I think sometimes in my head I think, well, if they can afford to come to my school, then they're wealthy and maybe they're snobby, and that's so terrible. That's an awful stereotype to have. So I think that um, I mean, we all have them. We all have stereotypes. We all have things that we possibly could be prejudiced against. And whether it's because the way we were raised or something that has happened in our past, I think that just making sure that those types of things are in check so that they don't um, mess up the communication that you could be having with somebody. So overall, I feel like I've learned a lot from this week. It was a lot of information to take in, but I think that I can be a better communicator by just being open to new people and being aware that we're all born into our culture, so we have to just accept that and know that we all are who we are because of where we were born, and none of us have a choice in that. So I hope that that helps me be a better communicator, and thank you for listening.